Another Monday, another run with a special guest. On this particular run, it was a good run, it was light, but I ended up seeing a house that I liked with something weird in front of it.
I like that house. What's that?
After about 3 miles, Savannah went home and I continued on my run alone. And at that point, I realized that I probably should have wore a thermal instead of just a t-shirt that I wore.
Should have wore a thermal.
After running across a couple of roads and seeing a couple of interesting things, and after 7 miles, I decided to head home to get my day started. Helping the cameraman? Who's next to it? After a relaxed 7-mile run, I decided to make some coffee. After the coffee was made, then I grabbed 2 cups and poured my wife and I some coffee. After this, I sat down and I had my lunch. Today I had a banana with an egg sandwich that my wife made me. While I was doing that, the cats were particularly rowdy and rambunctious today. Max playing with that ball that he loves. After that, I decided to get ready to head into the office. Making that trek upstairs again. Once in my office, I had to turn some lights on just because the one window in my office it can be kind of dingy. If I had one complaint about this office, it would be that it doesn't have more windows. But no problem, just turn on a couple extra lights, open my laptop, and I started getting to work on some things that I needed to tackle first thing. The tasks this morning weren't particularly fun, but they needed to get done, and it felt good tackling them and getting them out of the way. Now I'm just about ready for a lunch break. Savannah is actually gone, so I'm kind of left to my own devices for lunch, but it's totally fine. I have some leftovers in the fridge that I can eat. I should take care of this today. But before I do that, I'm going to go grab some lunch. Like I mentioned before, I had leftovers, and it's actually my favorite leftover Chipotle from dinner last night. So I put that in for 2 minutes. And while I was doing that, I decided the house was too cold for just a t-shirt, so I decided to grab a jacket or a house coat to make myself more comfortable. Once I put that on, the food was done in the microwave, so I got to sit down and eat. After a quick lunch, I decided to say hello to Max and wake him up. He did not seem enthusiastic with me waking him up. After saying hello, then I went upstairs and I started putting the drum back together that's been in the middle of my room for literally like 3 weeks. Before doing that, I had to get some nasty black crap out of the inside of the snare drum. Getting rid of all this black crud. And it was actually from the old drum head that I was supposed to replace. Putting the drum head on in my OCD, I make sure that I line the badges up so that everything is nice and neat. And then I start putting the drum head back on. After about 2 minutes and starting to feel it in my knees, I quickly switched to crisscross. And while I'm tightening the drum head, I'm going opposite lugs, and I'm skipping every other one to make it kind of even. After getting a tone that's okay, then I decided to go put it on the drums. It's not good, it's not great, but it works. Squeezing by my light, put the drum on, and that's pretty much it. It sounds okay. As I'm getting older, I'm starting to learn and realize with myself that I set these expectations on myself that can be kind of unrealistic at points. And setting these goals isn't necessarily a bad thing, and they're not even that unrealistic. It's mostly just sometimes life gets in the way, and you don't have more than 24 hours in a day, and sometimes things just don't end up, you don't have time to do things. And the drum head is a perfect example. I wanted to get a new drum head weeks ago, but because we were traveling and because of life, I didn't have time. And a younger John would be super frustrated, but the older John and the John that is learning to roll with the punches is learning to be okay with that. And most things in life don't end up how we originally thought they were going to be, but I also believe and I think that is what makes life beautiful. Life is unpredictable, and if you can adapt and kind of roll with the punches better, then you're just ultimately gonna be a lot happier. And that is what I'm really trying to, that's what I'm trying to remind myself of consistently. And it's not easy, but I'm finding that being flexible is a lot better for my mental health and the mental health of people around me. After getting out of the hot tub, I had a quick phone call I had to hop on with a client. After taking about 30 laps around the kitchen, I got off the phone call and checked that off my list. Shortly after that, Savannah showed up with a couple of presents. Well, a present. She got me coffee. I asked her if she wanted to do a quick errand with me, and she said yes. And we turned around right after she got home, and we ended up leaving again. Saw some kind of police thing at a gas station near our house, not sure what it was. Then we passed the long line of cars that is what we have to go through every time we want to go home at any time of day. We decided to go to Mount Juliet instead of Nashville because the traffic was a little bit less, and we of course had to go to Best Buy for this specific purchase, which made me incredibly happy. Going to Best Buy, they had what I was looking for, and based on what you can see right there, I'm looking for a razor for my facial hair. After looking at a couple of different razors, I ended up deciding on the one that I actually wanted to get from the beginning, mostly because the price was nice. And we couldn't go to Best Buy without seeing the camera section and making our rounds. Like normal, as soon as I headed for the camera section, Savannah quickly left me and went to the video game section. After looking around for a few minutes and not seeing anything that I really wanted to get or we should get, I decided to check out. Feeling proud, the only thing that I bought was the thing that I came for. We decided to leave. I wanted to open or look at what I had purchased in the car, so I tried my best not to open it like a Neanderthal, but I kind of just ended up resorting to that just because I got impatient, and then I decided to mess with it a little bit. When we left, Savannah asked if we could go to a couple of stores, and since she went with me and this errand was purely mine, I decided to, just let her have this. And then we ended up looking for benches for the foot of our bed, and we actually found one, decided not to get one and just kind of wait till he's a little bit older. I showed Savannah a shelf for her office, which she kindly replied, no. And then we kind of just went over the store quickly, but ended up not really finding anything, and we decided to leave. We didn't see anything. After that, we decided to go to dinner. You want to grab dinner?
Yeah.
We haven't been to this place in a long time, and we both were craving a burger, and this is a really good burger joint in the Nashville area. And actually, they have a truck that is parked permanently in a driveway that's like a mile from our house. We were quickly seated to where we had to figure out what we wanted, and us not being there for a good bit, it took a little bit to for us to decide what we wanted. We actually ended up getting the same exact thing, down to even getting the same kind of French fries, and they were both great. I guess the service took longer than the people at the restaurant wanted. We didn't say anything, and honestly, I thought it was just the perfect amount of time. Savannah and I had a great conversation, but nonetheless, they decided to give us a free dessert, or offer a free dessert, which we gladly accepted. After that, we decided to grab our leftovers and head home. And after a short 20-minute car ride, we're back here. And I came upstairs to finish this edit and to basically talk to you about what we did today. And that's pretty much what my day looked like. If you made it this far, thank you so much. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the thumbs up or the like button. And if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on all the new videos I post on this channel. I'm doing 5 vlogs every single week, Monday through Friday. And if that interests you or you want to keep up with it, just hit the subscribe button so that you can get updated on when I post. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow.